Here is me, taking a selfie with a tree. I am Joe Neely, and this is The Golden Hour. I don't know if you can tell how cool this tree is from the video. I'm going to squat down. Maybe you can see a little more of it. It's quite old, surely older than me, and the remains of a pretty large tree. I sometimes feel like Yoda in Dagobah while I'm down here in the jungles of Florida, while I'm meditating and doing yoga and getting my solitude out here, you know, on the edge of civilization. And it's like my own personal Dagobah, especially with trees like that, or remains of trees that are ancient, because we cut down a lot of trees, we log a lot of our state and national forests, and it's really special to see old things, because typically we have young pines and the bushes and the palms. Like you can see this palm over here. You know, those things, they grow up when there's enough light to reach the forest floor. That usually happens when a big tree comes down. The other one I want you to look at is this. I meditated with that guy for quite a while. I've also taken to bowing to the trees after I finish. Now, of course, I'm doing this in tree pose. You know that tree pose is my very favorite pose. And if I'm going to be meditating with trees, I'm going to be doing it in tree pose. So, that being said, I've had some luck. Some of it has to do with looking upward, almost getting my neck to kind of lay back. You know, you get your neck back as far as it goes and you kind of just rest there. I was able to get to that place on both legs, right and left. I think you know from watching these videos that the left leg is my weaker leg. But let me tromp through the woods a bit, get back to my meditation spot. I do still sit down to meditate. I don't stand on one foot all the time, even though I enjoy it so much. Anyway, yeah, the trick is I make circles. Imagine I'm doing this with both hands, of course. I'm holding the camera so you can only see one. But imagine I'm doing this. Yeah, I think it's like that. And I'm looking through a circle made with my hands, two semicircles. They don't really have to touch, they don't have to be exact, but kind of looking up through that small, maybe a plate, smallish plate-sized circle. That really helps me get my bearings and somehow focus on looking up, but not too much all of a sudden, because of course you'll fall down. I should mention that I've been taking this for granted. Another thing to know about balancing in tree pose and in other similar poses is to pick a spot on the opposite wall if you're indoors, or pick a spot far away if you're in the woods. It's also good for meditation sometimes to just pick a spot, or to let your eyes go unfocused and just have everything be everything. Look at everything as if it were in your peripheral vision. But like I was saying, sorry, I'm playing with the contrast here, so you're going to see some weirdness. That's better. At least not so much glare today. Anyhow, yes, like I was saying, pick a spot in the distance. You can keep focused on that. It can help you keep your balance in a variety of yoga poses. I've been told that, and I've tried it out, and it certainly worked for me. So see if you can make it work for you. In other news, I'm taking a few days here. I've got a lot of supplies, and I'm going to stay in the woods for a little while, see how many days I can do that. That'll depend some on electricity and some on how many other people are out here. Given that it's almost Christmas, I assume that the hunters are going to go celebrate with their families for a couple days and then come back with a vengeance around the 26th. So I imagine it's going to be very, very quiet and enjoyable here for the next few days. Today is the 23rd, so I have tonight, tomorrow will be the 24th, and then the 25th, and then I may leave then or may leave on the 26th, I'm not sure. Because even though the hunters and I all kind of leave each other alone, and the forest is a big place, they do have guns, and we don't know each other, so it's nice to, what should I say, be a little bit stealthy when it comes to that. You know, very few people come out to the woods. That's why it's such a great place for solitude. You know, there's not much out here. The only people that do come out here are, you know, the odd hiker or biker. By biker, I mean bicyclist, not motorcyclist. But for the most part, it's just hunters and, like I said, the occasional nature buff. So for me, it's a very nice place to get some solitude. I used to be afraid when I would hear gunshots in the distance, and now I don't, because I know that they travel miles, and I have a very keen sense of where people are, and I also have a very keen sense that I'm safe. I know that I've created a happy, warm, dry, safe living situation for myself. You know, I've manifested good weather, remarkably good weather, as well as safety and privacy and a lot of wonderful things. So, I'm really looking forward to solitude. I will, of course, speak with you each day, and that'll give me a little chance to, you know, express myself and reach out to humanity. But it's going to be nice to have a few days off and just kind of see what happens. We'll see what happens if and when I run low on my batteries for my electric devices. I may go into town simply to charge up. The limiting factor with my current camping situation is electricity. The amount that I use for work and play each day means that with my solar panel to, you know, squeeze a little extra energy out of the sky for free,